In this video, we're going to reveal 5 stocks that will drop after earnings today, October 23rd, 2019. There you go, Leonardo. God damn it. 5 more bearish bets. When will you ever stop? Guys, never will stop finding some incredible opportunities in this markets. Earnings season is super exciting, guys. There's some phenomenal trades. So we're going to reveal in this video. Let's roll. Trade number 1. Actually, first, I'm going to reveal the simple strategy. So what works this earnings season is this. You buy a few puts ahead of earnings. Now, typically we don't do that, but this is what works. You buy a few puts ahead of earnings, and then in case the stuff does not immediately drop, because what we're observing a lot of stuff is doing is they're creating these bearish reversal candles, such as in case of BIB, Boeing, all these stocks are creating these bearish reversal candles, which is not surprising because the stock market at all-time highs. What institutions are actually doing is it appears to somebody that pays all attention to the price action. It appears like the market is moving high, while in reality exactly the opposite is happening. Institutions are actually taking money out of these stocks. So after earnings, we're noticing a lot of stock pop, and then they follow by a drop. With everything besides certain sectors, clearly banking stocks didn't do that, but everything else outside of the banking sectors and transports are following this trend, so it makes sense to actually stay with what appears to be currently in the market the ultimate move, and that is shorting the bounces. And let me give you a further explanation. So the simple strategy is this. You buy some puts ahead of earnings, and hopefully this video will be posted on YouTube before 4 p.m. today. I'm recording at about 3:30. So I'm trying to make it as quick as possible, guys. So then when the stuff pops, if it pops, now some of these things, they're going to go down immediately and they're not going to bounce. Now, in the event they do bounce, then you want to buy puts when they bounce at the open, because a lot of these bounces, they're not likely to survive. So this gives you a very cool trade when these bounces, they fade, they drop. So these actually gives you the probability of buying options at the lowest possible price, because most of the market participants expect them to continue rallying higher. You come in, you buy these puts, stuff drops a lot faster and it climbs higher, and this is where you can lock in some 400-500 percenters, 1,000% gainers literally within the same day trade or overnight swing trade. So without any further ado, just don't risk your entire damn account, guys, okay? Play it smart. You want to buy a little bit. You want to stair step. If you're not familiar with what a stair step is and how to use it, guys, you need to subscribe to our 13 Market Moves Daily Analysis, the course, and just study the hell out of this so you can do substantially better as a trader this earnings season. Trade number 1, FFIB, F5 Network. Okay, you got head and shoulder going on right now. Currently, stock trades about 138, 139. Head and shoulder, heading through Def Cross. Def Hook formation leads to Def Cross, targeting an area of 125. This stock will drop about $13 after hours. Now, the one notable thing about FFIB, guys, if you trade, you've probably seen me put in some live trading videos on FFIB if you've been following the channel here for some time. This thing historically used to move quite a bit, but lately, I would say in the last 2 years, every time it's announcing earnings, it does not move initially. So this is one of the biggest opportunities where this stuff could actually look like it doesn't move at all pre-market, and all of a sudden you're going to see some huge moves to the downside. Now, in the event that this stock even bounces slightly pre-market and you observe it's like very low volume, you want to short the hell out of this thing, because the chart points to a bigger drop. It's got a very strong level of support, about 9,705 level. Now, we're not trying to capitalize on that drop. We're not ruling that drop completely out, but 125 is basically the area. $13 drop. If you buy 135 puts right now ahead of the earnings, it's like $2, $2 drops to 125. That's a 500%er. Basically, you buy them at 2, sell them at 10. Nice, quick, and easy. Now, if FIV daily chart actually points to multi-top formation, solid downtrend, guys, we're under the orange line. Basically, we're under the orange line. There's a lot of bearish things that are going on here. I don't have time to cover all of them in this video. Guys, just understand this thing is set up for a nice drop if you're trying to learn how to utilize this chart to your advantage. Rock and click the link below and get some more information. Tesla is the second trade, guys. This one has been our all-time favorite this year. Made a ton of trades on Tesla. We've nailed the drop, the top. We've nailed actually the top last year at 380. We've nailed the top right here around 300 level, kept shorting it all the way down to 185, 187 and a half area right here. Now, since then, we haven't really been posting a lot of trades on Tesla. Recently, we've been interested in shorting it again because of this death cross formation. And anytime something bounces closer to this death cross, just kind of like Amazon trade that I posted like 4 or 5 days ago, when it bounces towards the death cross at 1793, nobody wants to take the trade. And, 2 days later, it's down to, 1745. So sometimes when things look like they're just about to get highly bullish, when the stock is in a downtrend, it doesn't have to be a stock, currency, same thing. Guys, you can use charts for so many damn things. Nobody believed the Bitcoin was going to drop again. Shit drops like what, under $7,500 again. People still looking at the screen, they can't believe it. They still think it's going to $1 million. Okay, now, I'm not a Bitcoin hater, guys. Just understand certain things on the chart point to certain things. In this particular case of Tesla, they point to a drop. Now, we're not ruling out that Tesla could actually spike higher. If it does spike higher pre-market tomorrow, Jesus, thank you, Jesus. That would really make the week, because this thing will reverse create one of these black candles, kind of like what you've seen right here, for example, on a chart. And typically all these black candle, reversal black candle formations, they lead to further drops in the stock. Sometimes, as you can see in this particular chart of Tesla, they proceed some huge drops, 280 all the way down to 187.5. That's a $100 drop. Now, clearly, this particular drop did not happen overnight, but if you notice a black candle, you know that a bigger move lower, substantially lower, coming over the course of the next few weeks. Now, so far on Tesla, let me just finish this right here. We're targeting the level of 225. Not targeting a huge drop, guys. So maybe pre-market initial response could be it bounces to like 265 and then drops like a rock all the way to 225. That's where we want to come in and lock some gains. So pop and drop in Tesla, we're expecting, and not expecting the pop to last very long. LRCX, here's another trade. Very cool trade right here, guys. As we've been posting in the last few weeks, that semiconductor sector is topping. So there's not, every time we've posted a trade lately, they do drop on occasion, but then they bounce back. They do drop and they bounce back. Now, sometimes these moves of the top information, they could continue on. But we've noticed clearly in situation with Texas Instruments yesterday, it drops like a rock. There's a lot of things that point that the top information here in the semiconductor sector is real. The only thing that's holding all these semiconductor stocks right now is the shares of Apple. So once Apple drops below 230, which it will in the next 30 days, then you can clearly expect a lot of these stocks like LRCX, and I'm showing you this trade currently trades at 232. I mean, you're going to see this thing under $200 in the next 30 days. Now, it sounds stupid, like Leonardo. What are you talking? Everything is highly bullish on this chart. Like, it's clearly uptrend. It's above the blue line. It's above the orange line. What are you talking about? There's a huge trend reversal coming up in this sector, guys. And all of these stocks, they're about to drop. Now, the catalyst clearly for this one is the earnings report after hours. We're expecting the thing to drop. First target area 215, second target 205. We're not excluding the fact that it could drop all the way to 195. Now, the stop information is very important. You got a ton of bearish reversal candles right here. You got all this volume on the sell side coming on. You got MACD reversal. You got plenty of people who still come in and sell on this accumulation distribution side right here. LRCX weekly, your top information confirms by a bunch of these reversal candles. Here's our target. So it doesn't actually have to break this uptrend in order for you to capitalize hugely on these puts. So easily you can buy just 230, 225, 220 puts, all the way down to 210 puts in this name and still come out nicely over the course of the next 48 hours. You got a MACD hook forming right here. You still got people that can come in and sell. So this trade looks really good. LRCX about to drop. O'Reilly, whoo boy. So talking about something outside of the technology stocks. Now this top information has been going on for a while, and at the first glance it may appear like a highly bullish chart because you're still above the blue. Every time it dips to the blue, it bounces. This time, guys, things are not looking as good because now you're into 1, 2, 3, 4 top informations with RSI actually decreasing each time it hits a new high. So understanding this is crucial. We're having a divergence, pure divergence situation between the price action and RSI. Ultimately, these things resolve to a downside. So expect our O'Reilly to drop to a level of 370, 380 level tomorrow. Guys, this trade is very simple, very easy. If you take a glance a little closer, multi-top formation, which is described on the weekly chart, is showing down to a point right here on the daily chart. Basically, your first target is 385, your second target is 380. The drop is coming, confirmed by the MACD cross, by the accumulation distribution. Everything looks nice and beautiful here. XLNX is the next one, guys. This one is going to fight against this gap down it has created earlier. So expect a bounce possibly to 99 bucks first. After that, followed by a drop all the way to possibly 85, 80 level. XLNX, ton of bear stuff. Def cross. You know, nobody wants to buy the damn thing even as it keeps dropping. Now, it used to be institutional investors' favorite not so long ago, 6 months ago. Look at this thing. They were buying the heck out of it. But we've pointed out correctly, as the stock was moving higher, the volume on which the stock was going higher was dropping off like a lock. Look at this. This is a picture-perfect moment. Smile. Bears, this is a beautiful setup right here. Ever since then, everybody's just been coming in, getting rid of this thing. And this spiral lower is likely to continue. The stock is unable to bounce above the blue line, so this is typically highly bearish. We're consistently seeing these move 11 formations. Move 11 formations, guys, lead to a drop-off, so expect a drop-off to about 85. Initially possible bounce followed to a drop to 80. Basically, buy some ahead of earnings. Buy some after the earnings if the stock bounces. Nice and easy, guys. Let's rock. If you'd like to learn more about how to recharge, visit tradingoptionslive.com. Click the links below this video in the description if you are trying to become good friends with charts. Because trust me, charts are your friends. If you don't understand charts, this is your chance to do it. More importantly, you don't want to understand charts. What you really want to understand is charts divergences. Guys, it's 3:40 p.m. I'm going to try to post this video as soon as possible. If YouTube doesn't process quickly enough, it may post after 4, but my goal is to post it before 4 p.m. so you can take advantage of the trades. Even though, okay, you may be late to take these trades. Maybe you're watching this video at 8 p.m. later today or whatnot. Some of these trades, they are still very much on point for tomorrow. Just remember to short the damn bounce. For those of you that forgot how the bounce looked, here it is.